Question number 151. Which one of the following pairs of food components remain totally undigested in humans? The very first option is peptones and fats. The next option given is inulin and cellulose. Next option is maltose and protein. And the last option is cellulose and triacylglycerides. The correct answer to this question is option number 2, inulin and cellulose. They remain totally undigested in humans. The very first option, peptones and fats, are incorrect because proteoses and peptones, which are partially hydrolyzed proteins in the chyme, reaches the intestine and are acted upon by the proteolytic enzymes of pancreatic juice. The next option, maltose and protein, is incorrect because maltase enzyme splits maltose into glucose. The last option, cellulose and triacylglycerides, are incorrect because lipases acts on lipids. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Our next question is question number 152. Choose the correctly matched pair. The very first match given is connective tissue, and the match is most abundant and widely distributed in the body of complex animals. And as it is a correct match, this is a correct answer to our question. The next match given is epithelial tissue, and the match is exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing conditions, and this is an incorrect match because neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing conditions. The next option is muscle tissue, and the match given is provides framework to the body for weight-bearing functions, and this is an incorrect match because bone, which is a specialized connective tissue, provides framework to the body. Limb bones, such as the long bones of the legs, they serve weight-bearing functions. The last option given is neural tissue, and the match is stores excess of nutrients in the form of fat, is also an incorrect match because cells of adipose tissue which is a loose connective tissue, are specialized to store fats. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 153. Read statements A and B and select the correct option. The very first statement says, cells of all connective tissues secrete fibers of structural proteins called collagen or elastin. And this is an incorrect statement because in all connective tissue except blood, cells secrete fibers made of structural proteins called collagen or elastin. The next statement given is, in tendons, the collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers. This is a direct line from your NCERT book, and this is a correct statement. So the very first option says only statement A is correct. This is incorrect because statement A is incorrect. Only statement A is incorrect is the correct answer to our question. Both statements are correct. This is an incorrect option. And the last option, both statements are incorrect, is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 154. Complete the analogy by choosing the correct option. As dense connective tissue is the ligament, loose connective tissue is too. And the options given are areolar tissue, dermis of skin, blood, and the last option is bone. And the correct answer to this question is option number 1 because areolar tissue is a loose connective tissue. Option number 2, dermis of skin, is incorrect because it is an example of dense irregular connective tissue. Option number 3, bone, is incorrect. It is a fluid connective tissue, whereas option number 4 is incorrect because bone is a specialized connective tissue. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question, which is question number 155. Neuroglia, which make up more than 1/2 of the volume of neural tissue in our body. The very first option, receive signal to contract. This is incorrect because neuroglial, all neurons, cannot contract. The next option is protect and support neurons, and as it is a correct statement with respect to neuroglial cells, this is a correct answer to our question. The next option says generate electrical disturbances to trigger adjacent neurons is incorrect because neuroglial cells are non-excitable cells and they cannot generate the electrical disturbances to trigger adjacent neurons. The last option is a structural and functional unit of neural system. This is incorrect because neurons are structural and functional unit of neural system. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's proceed to the next question.